What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we? What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us. Well, it's actually just Jim this week, but that's okay, because we've got a new comic book day video for you. And it is Bowler. It is good. So let's get right into it. Nate's off today. He's doing some stuff with his family, so you can ride in solo with Jim, but nonetheless, it's going to be a good video. Let's check it out. All right, first up, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue number 25. Whatever happened to Mary Jane? You know, this has been... it's definitely been dragged out. We know that for sure. We don't, you know, we have Ramita on the artwork. We're soon to not have him on the artwork here very, very quickly, but we still have him here. And, you know, it is what it is. I am bored with the storyline, and I'm just kind of ready to move on. I'm still picking up Spider-Man, so there you go. But I just know that this current arc that we're in with Mary Jane, it's just, for some reason, it's not appealing to me. And maybe that's just me. It probably is just me. So I'll just have to deal with it, right? But let me know down in the comments. Are you digging this storyline? Are you looking forward to picking this up every 2 weeks? Because right now I am not, but I'll push through. It's Spidey. He's one of my favorite characters. I don't know. He's just not in a good spot right now for me. But anyway, I digress. All right, next we have Captain Marvel issue number 49, the finale to the Revenge of the Brood from Thompson. This has been absolutely phenomenal. Last issue was my pick of the week for Captain Marvel, and she's, you know, Carol's going crazy. She's going Super Saiyan 4, you know, the form that never really existed, or 6, or whatever you want to call it. She's going OP, and I don't know if the group's going to survive or not, but she's pissed. And this has been a phenomenal run. I'm sad to see it end. I don't believe this is the last issue, but we're getting close. This may be the penultimate. But either way, Captain Marvel has been fantastic. And if you haven't read this run yet, I highly recommend, you know, whenever they put out either the trade or they put out the massive omnibus, I highly recommend it. I will be picking up an omnibus of this once it comes out, because it's just been a great run. And I'm going to be sad to see it go, but also I'm going to be really, really excited to see how it ends. But this has been really fun. This is the end of the Brood, it looks like. Will the team survive? Will Carol survive? I don't know. I guess we'll have to read and find out. After that, we have Cosmic Ghost Rider versus Valkyrie, issue number 3. It's Cosmic Ghost Rider, but Valkyrie is in it, from Phillips. This has been really fun. It started a little slow, but now we're getting, you know, other characters within the Marvel Universe jumping into the fray. And, you know, I already love Cosmic Ghost Rider, but to see Valkyrie get involved, thank you very much, Jane Foster. Let's go. Yeah, you know, I think this is a mini, which is kind of, I don't like that, because I like Cosmic Ghost Rider. I think he's a really cool character that deserves a lot more attention. But to see two characters that aren't necessarily getting a lot of attention be in the same comic has got me jacked up. So let's see what happens. It's probably going to be a silly goose time. I mean, reading comics is a silly goose time, but it's going to be great. Let's check it out. After that, we have Daredevil issue number 11, guest starring Iron Fist. You know, the previous issue of Daredevil was heavy, very heavy. The Avengers laid waste to Daredevil's island. Murdoch kind of jumped off a cliff with a book. It was crazy. It was nuts. So I do not expect anything less from Chip Zdarsky in this issue, as we barrel towards the ending of his Daredevil run. A lot of books are ending, but I think that's a good thing. We're getting ready for a big reset, I think, at the end of 2023, if not into the beginning of 2024. So bittersweet. Don't want to see him end, but at the same time, can't wait to see how they pull off the ending of their books. But Daredevil's been fantastic. It was a pick of the week for Nate last week. We'll have to wait and see. But this has been super fun. It's a very, very fun run. and it's been getting dark. I mean, Daredevil's in a bad spot right now, so we'll just have to see. Next up, we have the Invincible Iron Man issue number 6. The most previous issue, Gary Jerry is doing a great stuff on this book. He's integrating the X-Men and vice versa, and it just feels like Gary is telling the most complete story right now in Marvel, which is crazy to say. I'm sure Nate would disagree, or maybe he would agree. I'm not sure. But it's been a wild ride, and to see the OP silver and white or silver and red suit make an appearance here, and then we got Hawkeye and Wonder Man taking on Iron Man. I'm sure this is going to be. I don't expect this to be like. This might be kind of like a middle issue, if you will, kind of like a filler issue before we get into the next big story arc. Hopefully I'm wrong, but if it's the case, I don't mind it either. At the same time, I'm loving Gary Jerry's Iron Man right now. It's been really fun, and also his X-Men run's been really great. So to see them kind of commingle and coexist has been really fun. So I really love this cover too. It's so different compared to the other covers. It's got that retro vibe. You got West Coast Avengers. It's going to be great. All right, let's talk about our last Marvel book of the night, and that is X-Men Red, issue number 11. Trippy cover here with Storm being taken over by Professor X's. She's got a lot on her plate. She was in last week. She was in Immortal X-Men. She was the sole focal point of that book, where they always pick one character on the council that has the focal point, and she was it, and she was talking about getting a proxy vote, which she does get for Earth, so she can have her attention on Mars. And I think she's just going to get stretched a little too thin here. I think she's going to be probably a major linchpin, which is really weird to say, of the fall of X. I think a lot of Krakoan and Arakko weight lays on the shoulders of Storm, and I just don't know. I just think it's going to be a pivotal plot point within this fall of X, and I don't know if it's going to break her or if it's going to make her. I think it's a lot of pressure for her, but if there's one person that can deal with it, I would assume it would be Storm. But Al Ewing has been killing it on this book. Love this cover. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes, because Ewing, Cy Spurrier, and Karen Gillan are all they are all in the same room. They're all writing the same story, and they're trying to be as connected as possible, which I find very intriguing and very impressive. So, more so Al Ewing and Karen Gillan. Cy Spurrier, I just kind of put him off to the side. Like he's getting stuff done, but man, it's hard to understand. But anyway, X-Men Red, issue number 11, potential pick of the week. I'll go ahead and say that here. Because Ewing is so strong with this book. Very strong. Hey, I'm interrupting the video. Do you know why? Because I have something very, very important to tell you. I know you know about our sub giveaway goal of 1,000 subscribers when we give away this. I know you know about this one because we talk about it all the time. But let's talk about when we hit 850 subscribers and what we're giving away then. When we finally hit 850 subscribers, we're giving away this. A CBCS rated 9.8 retail incentive Green Lantern number 1 with John Stewart on the cover. That's right, at 850 subscribers, we're giving this bad boy away. So make sure to smash that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like, and let's get back to the video. All right, let's jump over to DC, and we're going to kick it off with Green Lantern issue number 1, back on Earth, back in action. I am a huge Green Lantern fan. You may not know that because we haven't had the book. There hasn't been one on the show. In the most previous run, I was not digging. But when I was a kid, I really liked Green Lantern. I just like the idea of Green Lantern. I know, Nate is not a big fan of Hal, but whatever. I think we're getting 2 Green Lantern books, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe there's just a backup in here, so it's technically 2 books. I mean, we're paying for 2 books, right? No, it's $3.99. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Green Lantern, loving the cover, excited for it. I want to pump more DC into the show, and enjoy it. So hopefully this Green Lantern run can start off with a bang, and it works out really well. I'm excited for it, and I'm really digging the cover too. I love Sinestro in the background being all sinister. All right, after that, we've got a new book from DC, and that's Spirit World, issue number 1, Dawn of DC. We Are Legends. This is an initiative that DC is not pushing through, but they're making, where we've got Asian characters prominent in like 3 or 4 different books. So this is the first one coming out, Spirit World. Now this is This started in Lazarus Planet, so I didn't really read a lot of that. I read like the big, the alpha and the omega, but this character is stemming out of that, and so we'll see what they are going to do and how they're going to interact in this DC world. It's a number 1. I want to pick it up. I want to check it out. It's Alyssa Wong, so I got to give it a shot. It looks great, very colorful. Have high hopes for the book. The last book that was in this kind of realm was what was it? Monkey King or something like that. I was not impressed with that book, but that was more geared towards younger readers, like young teens, and it just wasn't for me. So hopefully this book has a little bit more of appeal for a little bit of an older crowd. And I know that's silly to say when we're talking about comics, but I'm gonna give the book a shot. Check it out. All right, let's jump over to our independents. We're going to kick it off with Boom Studios' GHOSTLORE, issue number 1. Now, this is an interesting little take here. This book is about the ghosts. It's about ghosts and their ghost stories, right? We've got this pair here that are seeing the dead, and they are listening to the stories of ghosts and their warnings in the afterlife. Very cool concept. Initially, I did not have this on my pull, but I was going through the show, getting it ready and looking at Nate's pulls. He had it on. I was like, oh, crap, we got a Boom number 1. You know the drill. If it's a Boom number 1, you got to pick it up no matter what, even if you're not going to read it. Put it in a Mylar, put it in a box, and then just wait for Netflix to announce that it's going to be a show, and you've got a $300 comic book. Right? Anyway, reading the synopsis of this book, though, it's got me intrigued. I'm not really a big horror fan, but there have been books from Boom Studios and Image that have really caught my eye and have pulled me in a direction where I do enjoy it. So I will be picking this up. I will be checking it out, and I will be reading it because it sounds intriguing. So, all right, we're going to jump over to Image with NOCTERRA, issue number 14. Shit hit the fan in issue 13, and so I think we're going to see the full repercussions of that with just the darkness taking over, and we've got Bill, who's turned into kind of an alien, and just the whole team is spread out. It's getting crazy. I can't really give you too much synopsis on this book if you haven't been reading it, but if you haven't read NOCTERRA, I highly recommend picking up the trade and getting caught up, because NOCTERRA has been a silly goose time, super fun. There was a middle arc where I didn't quite like the character that we were following, but the overall story has been absolutely fantastic. The night, it's an infinite night, constant night on the earth, and people turn into nasty monsters if they stay out in the dark too long. So if you're not on NOCTERRA, it's another one of these books that me and Nate both recommend highly. So looking forward to issue number 14. And we're going to end the night with Phantom Road from Jeff Lemire. This has been a very surprise, kind of creepy book. We've got these two characters, a man and a woman. One's a truck driver, who are kind of stuck in between realities, where you've got the normal reality and you jump into the other reality, and you've got these zombie gray looking people walking around. Don't know if they're going to eat you or not. It's very creepy. And so the last issue, we got introduced to a character that seems like it's like the devil almost, someone who is trying to kind of make a deal and convince our main characters to do something or not do something. So this is a really weird book, really trippy book. After issue 1, Nate was kind of iffy on it. After issue 2, he was completely sold. I'm still on it. It's Jeff Lemire. It feels good. It definitely has a creepy vibe to it in a good way. So Phantom Road number 3. Not going to say it's going to be a potential pick of the week, but I know it's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's New Comic Book Day video for the week of May 10th. I didn't say that at the beginning of the video, so make sure to let us know down in the comments, what are you picking up today? What are you going to read first? And what's your potential pick of the week? We want to know, so let us know down in the comments. As always, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It would be much appreciated, as we're on the road to 850 subscribers, but we can't do it without your support. So please, please, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't miss one single live or pre-recorded Two Fat Guys Pull List video. Also, make sure to catch us live this Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll review all of these books and more. We'll do some just chatting, hang out with y'all, and just have a silly goose time. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure to be here live this Sunday, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube, where you can watch me and Nate review all these books. That's going to do it for this video. As always, fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Later.